Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to our channel once again. Babu Owino, the Embakasi East Member of Parliament, is asking some very tough questions, 11 questions to be precise, on his official Facebook page following the death of General Francis Ogolla. By the time of doing this video, that post has already received 11,000 comments. Yani 11,000 people have already commented on that post, which means it's huge. Over 27,000 people have already liked it, and it's almost hitting 1,000 shares, which means the questions which Babu Owino asked in that post is of serious interest to the Republic of Kenya, and that's why Kenyans are responding to the post. In this video, I want us to go through the 11 questions which Babu Owino is asking. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go straight to the point, and let us begin by looking at the first question which Babu Owino is asking. Babu Owino is asking this legitimate question. Where was the Westcom commander? Because General Ogolla was going for an operation, and there is a commander for that operation. Where was he? And who is the Westcom commander? There was a time some military officer resigned from some assignment in DRC. Major Jeff Njagi. Jeff Njagi decided to resign. And when he came back into the country, he was assigned to be in charge of operations in that region under some operation which was called Operation Maleza Uhalifu. So Babu Owino is asking where the guy was. I'm not so sure whether he was present. Maybe he was present but didn't board the plane. But in an ideal situation, if the general was going there, the Westcom commander ought to have been present there. So I don't know whether he was present or not, but that's the first question which Babu Owino is asking. Maybe it could be legitimate. So Babu Owino is also asking this question. Where was the Defense Forces Sergeant Major? I don't know. Those who are well versed with the issues of military, maybe we can read your comments there. The third question which Babu Owino is asking, which is also very serious, is where was the army commander? Because this army operation, that operation down there is led by the army. In an ideal situation, if the general was headed there, he ought to have been accompanied by the army commander. A new army commander was appointed in March this year, Lieutenant General David Kimayo. Where was he? Yeah, so that's another question which probably those in the military can tell us that it's not a must that he had to be there. Because I'm assuming the President of the Republic of Kenya is going to North Rift, and then the regional commissioner is not there. Doesn't make sense to me. And that's why Babu Owino is also asking that legitimate question. The fourth question which Babu Owino is asking is, why was a whole CDF using one helicopter with no 50 ACB helicopter escort in an operation area? You know, I'm also learning certain things that the CDF is normally just accorded the same security, almost similar to that of the president. That when he goes to a place like an operation area, he needed to have several choppers. I don't know whether there was no escort, but one thing I know for sure, which was reported, was that there was a plane which took off. Then I think this one also took off. Then this one crash landed. And the truth is, one of the choppers there is the one which came to the rescue of most of these people. So I'm not so sure whether it was the escort or it was just another military plane. So that's another question which probably the media team in the Republic of Kenya, the media in the Republic of Kenya should be able to get Kenyans these specific answers. In fact, if there's a good journalist in the Republic of Kenya, then they should go and dig these specific questions which Babu Owino is asking. And Babu Owino is also asking another question at number 5. Why was he in the company of junior officers only? Again, that's something which even yesterday most Kenyans were raising. That Ogolla was in the company of the videographer, he was in the company of the photographer, he was in the company of the technician, which is normally the case. He was in the company of some junior officers. That the highest ranking officer who accompanied him was actually 4th in command. So why was he only accompanied by these junior officers if this was a serious issue? I don't know, maybe Ogolla just wanted to go and make a surprise visit to go and see the progress. We don't know. But that's also another legitimate question. Because, like, if William Ruto is coming to Kisumu here, you would expect, for example, if William Ruto is coming to Kisumu here to launch, let's say, water, you'd expect the Cabinet Secretary for Water to be there, the county, blah, blah, related departments. So that's something which is also, that is something which Kenyans are also asking. The other question which Babu Owino is asking, which rank should fly a helicopter used by the CDF? Okay, which rank? Because remember, Ogolla is one of the best pilots, military pilots we have in the Republic of Kenya. So he was there. Which means if this plane developed some problems, I want to presume, and he was seated somewhere, before it crash landed, probably he walked to try and save the situation. But the question which Babu Owino is also legitimate. Who? Maybe it's the same guy? The right rank? Maybe? Because of course, if it was a pure accident, there's no way accidents can be stopped. And Babu Owino is also asking a 7th question, which is important. Who gives parade to CDF in an operation where he is about to inspect his troops? That begs the question of Westcom commander and other military ranking. Who? Because when this guy landed, you saw the officers were saluting at him. But who was supposed to to inspect his troops? Okay. The 8th question: how many helicopters should a CDF use while visiting an operation area? Because let's face it, the area they were visiting is an operation area. And in fact, there is a name which is called Operation Malaysia Ufisadi. This guy was going in that territory, not to do anything, to supervise the reconstruction of schools. Those schools were destroyed by the bandits. Nothing was happening. So it was an operation area. So Babu is asking, how many helicopters should he be using while visiting such kind of area? Swala nyeti. The 9th question, Babu Owino is also asking, why was he the only one to inspect a school and not his juniors? In fact, people are really making some funny comments that our general was being assigned the duty of inspecting school. What you know is that school was under construction by the KDF, but the question Babu Owino is asking is legitimate. As much as it was under KDF, why was he the only one to inspect all the way from Nairobi? Why? Is it possible that some people are not doing their job, so he wanted to ensure everything is okay? Or was he lad? Okay. The 10th question, who should be the next CDF going by the Tonje rules and who is to deputize him? Will that deputy be the CDF by 2027? Swala nyeti there. Babu Owino is asking, who should be the next CDF going by Tonje rule? Because remember, even Ogolla is a beneficiary of Tonje rules. Without Tonje rule, I'm sure there was no way Ogolla would have made it as a Luo to lead the army or the military for that matter. There was no way. So that's another important question. And I think the media did a good job sometimes back when they explained those appointments. Hopefully by tomorrow we should be able to see who should be able to take over what next. And the last question Babu Owino is asking, why is General Ogolla dead just after the recent changes in KDF? Okay? Do you find those questions legitimate? Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.